This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Gets rid of it. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Give to the back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him one.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Skips away from pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the marker. It's Durham. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
3rd down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You know, you got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes and gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Stands in and takes the hit. Touchdown LSU! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And nice job by the quarterback, hanging in the pocket, hanging in there. He knew he was going to take a lick. He took the lick, delivered a strike, and got the score.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he makes the extra point. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. Coming out with it, it's Pauly. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Notre Dame. He just took it the entire length of the field, end-to-end, coast-to-coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that to the end zone, making a huge play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback ball. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. The give to the tailback. It's a seam wide open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game. And that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up. And you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality and the ground game.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Firing to the right, complete. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the ground to try to pick up the first. there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. First play of the period, first down here. They'll go to the air. The short hand, it's Durham. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
With the catch, it's Durham. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Going up top again. Finds his man, it's Perry. Lowers those pads. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man on the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Price. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. Line getting set on second down. Looking for room. It's locked. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. They'll move the tight end to the ground with the back. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Perry. Breaks the tackle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
It's complete. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Might as well give it to him again.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Using the quick game. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can.
Banks going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a crease to the left. At the 35, he's loose. It's a running room. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
We've seen it from this running back, too. There's a lot of ways he can make you miss. Bottom line, this defense has to do a better job game time.
Yeah, just hard to bring down. Just physical, run through people. This is a guy that defenses hate playing against, and you see why. So many yards after contact.
Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Motion from the wideout. They'll ride the hot hand. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Back to pass, it's Carr. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Rolling right and going deep. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Anderson. They'll immediately call timeout.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Takes it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Carr. Oh, they're after him. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. He's already thrown one pick, and look, he might get it together, but it seems like he's a little fouled up in his mechanics. A lot of things coming off his back foot.
Yeah, and you want to get those feet set and in the ground. Once you start to drift, that ball, when you throw it, is going to drift. So he's just got to iron in, get those feet set, stay square every time he throws the football so he can be a little bit more accurate, stop making some of these bonehead throws.
So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. To the air on second down. Now improvising. Throws to the back. The sure hands. It's Durham. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Caught close to the marker, it's Durham. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
I think one of the hardest places to move the football on the field is right outside that fringe area. Now the offense gets to skip that area because it was a great job by this running back making something happen, getting the ball up.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, LSU! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Runs through a tackle. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Is that stiff arm, even a human arm. It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Bob. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
In playing defense now in college football, you have to be ready for motions. And wide receivers are becoming more and more part of the game plan of getting them the football, letting them be running backs. You see it even in the NFL some too. Great job by the defense. They were ready for it. They were aware. Now the offense maybe use that as a decoy in the future.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, looking to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Pauling. Turning it on! And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. Listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
Man, you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now, what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Tight end now in motion. Running to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. Great job of the base defense making a play.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Trying to keep this drive alive. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And how about the simple run? Like, I believe in my guys. We're going to pound the rock. We're going to get the first down. Nice job by this offense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Carr. Finds his big tight end. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. It's reverse. Into the end zone he goes.
and the defense is going to be kicking themselves for that. They knew coming into this game they had to stop this wide receiver, and it wasn't just going to be catching the football. They knew they might see him in the run game as well. Really good timing on the reverse call there. Down in the red zone, the defense just not able to catch up and make a tackle.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Handoff from the gun. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Takes the easy one to the back. He's loose. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Durham.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All 3rd downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Really nice execution by this offense. This is the time, right? Late in the football game, got to get a few first downs to preserve this lead, to get out of here with the W. They trust their quarterback. They protect him. They get the first down.
Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Makes the catch. It's Durham. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. Turning on the Jets. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And, man, that is so frustrating for this defense. You got them where you wanted them. You backed them up on 3rd down. You knew they were going to throw the football, but they just couldn't stop them. They give up the first down, and time is running out. This defense is going to have to get aggressive.
Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Carr. Makes the catch, it's Love. There he goes! And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give him a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
He'll throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the gun, the running back has it.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Punt is in the air. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Setting up the screen. Wide open spaces. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Where did he find a hole in that secondary? Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
This time he's got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down and one that did not pay off. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. He'll bring it out. It's Pauly. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Stepped out of bounds right at the 17-yard line after the pick.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got it on the run. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
The offense will use the timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. To throw, it's Nussmeier. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
Coming out with it, it's Pauling. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll try it over the left side. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. He might want another play after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Handoff to the lone back. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys